And here it is, guys, 2025 Nissan Kicks. Get a full makeover, a complete redesign, and there's a lot of things to get excited about it. And today I'm at Gettle Nissan in Sarasota, Florida, checking this out. I'm going to take in the complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to start right in front, check out the design, the powertrain, the technology, and the interior capacities, and of course the test drive. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. And now let's get back to this. Well, Kicks is one of the newest nameplates in the manufacturer's history. It came out in 2018, and we have this third generation of the Kicks. And I got to tell you, this is so much different, so much better in my opinion. So let's start with the design. And in my opinion, it looks so much better than the outgoing generation. It's a little bit more square. We have this flat hood. If you like the color of it, they call it deep blue pearl, and the whole new setup in here as far as the headlamps, all LEDs, LED turn signals, and daytime running lamps. Big grille. We have the piano black as far as the color. Big Nissan logo with a front view camera built in, and SR on the side. A little bit of that deep blue pearl underneath, and the very bottom of it is finished with the matte black. Now it also has some texture on it. Now Nissan claims that it got the inspiration from the shoe soles, hence the name Kicks, I believe. And let's check out what powers up this thing. And underneath the hood, we'll find a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, 141 horsepower, 140 pound-feet of torque, mated to an Xtronic CVT transmission. Now, this vehicle has got 28 and 35 as far as the gas mileage in city and the highway. Combined number is at 31. I don't know the number for 0 to 60, but we're definitely going to check this out at the end of this video to see how responsive it is. The one thing that I would complain about is this ugly prop stick on the side. Some of the competitors have the hood struts in this category, and underneath the hood, we also have some sound insulation. And let's go around the corner and take a look at the side profile of this vehicle. That's changed completely from the last generation. In my opinion, it looks so much better. It is also a wider, longer, and taller at 172 inches in total length. 64 is the height of this vehicle, and 71 inches is the width of it. Now, for the first time ever, is available with the all-wheel drive. This particular one is a front-wheel drive, but you can option it with the all-wheel drive, which is a great news because a lot of vehicles in its class are not available with the all-wheel drive. We're talking about the HRV, we're talking about some of the Kias. They're only available as a front-wheel drive vehicles. Now, as far as the wheel and tire setup, on this particular one, we have the 19-inch wheels. Let me know what you think about the design of these rims. I'm kind of neutral about it. 225 by 45 is the size of the tire. And look at this, how tall it is, how far off the ground it sits. About 8.4 inches is the total ground clearance, which is also higher than it was on the previous generation. Of course, we have this matte black cladding with some texture at the bottom of it. A couple of cool Easter eggs on here on this mirror stand. We have Kicks spelled out, and of course the mirrors are in the same color as the rest of the vehicle. We have the turn signals and the side view camera, as well as the blind spot assist. And if you saw it blinking, that means that it unlocked in the vehicle because it's equipped with the proximity entry system. And this is your new remote. You have the lock, unlock, panic button. No power gate, but if you are close to the vehicle, you can set it up like I did, where it actually opens up for you. If not, you can lock it or unlock it by pressing the button on the door handle. As far as the top here, we have this chrome trim piece at the top of the windows and the chrome low profile roof rails on the side here. Here's another Easter egg right here. We have Kicks spelled out. Not sure if you can see it, but that's in blue actually, which is the color of this vehicle, of course. And let's move around the corner again and take a look at this rear design because that's all new as well. I think it looks so much better. Let's check this out, guys. As far as the lights, we have all LED lights. tail lights, turn signals, reverse lights. We have the reflector lights right here at the bottom, which, by the way, is finished in the same color as the rest of the car. And we have Kicks on one side, SR on the other side. Rear view camera, Nissan logo in the middle, right in this piano black trim. We have the exposed wiper and the third brake light. Let's see how much room we have on the inside. No power tailgate. Kind of wish I had it, especially on the top of the line trim. But here's the roominess, over 23 cubic feet of room. We have some illumination in here. There seems to be a place for cargo covers. You can probably add that as well. And this opens up, revealing a little bit more storage. You can actually drop it down. Oh, wait, is this a cargo cover? No, actually, it's not. But you can drop it down so you have a little bit more room. Or down underneath here, you have the spare tire and the tools to help you change it. And if 23 cubic feet is not enough room for you, you can also drop the seats down. Okay, and you have more room, 60-40 splits on the seats. That's what we have for cargo. Let's take a look in the passenger compartment. And starting with this rear door panel right here, if I were to complain about something, is that this is all hard plastic, but that's pretty much standard throughout the class. We've seen it on the Honda HR-V, Toyota Corolla Cross. I believe some Kias might have some softer materials on it. Now, this is soft and really nice too. This kind of this imitation carbon fiber, but this is soft for your armrest. We also have this contrast stitching in two colors, the baby blue and red. And then we have the window control, a bit more storage in the speaker. And as far as the seats, I like the design of it. We have some leatherette with the fabric inserts on the inside. Again, black, red, and a little bit of that blue. This opens up with the two cup holders, actually decent sized cup holders. And as far as the backs of the seats, both of them, the driver and passenger, have some seat back storage. We have a slight bump in the middle. And as far as what else we have is two USB Type-C ports. No vents for the rear. Okay, it doesn't seem like it has a ton of room. Well, let me see if I can fit inside. Quite frankly, I haven't checked out the previous generation Kicks, but this one grew in size. Doesn't seem like it has a ton of room on the inside as far as the rear passengers. And as you can see, I'm 5'11". This seat is adjusted to my regular driving position. Yeah, definitely confined. I definitely would have to, have my knees around the seat basically in order to feel somewhat comfortable in here. So it is a subcompact category, so there's no huge expectations. Headroom, however, is great. I have probably about 3 inches above my head and shoulder room. Plenty of space as long as there's no 3 people sitting here. 2 people, perfectly comfortable. Let's see what's going on in the front. As always, let's listen to the sound of the closing door. We're going to do it from outside. Pretty good. And then we're going to do it from the inside as well, for those of you who like to hear that. Now, in the front, big difference right here. This is all soft, nicely trimmed. Okay, it looks like it's had some illumination in here as well. Very good. I kind of wish that they did it in the back as well. Also, the front door is so much bigger than the rear door. But we have the same trim. We also have the window mirror lock controls, more storage at the bottom of the seat. And here's another improvement that I would like to see, especially on the top of the line trim. No power adjustment for the seat. This is all manual adjustments. I like the shape and the coloring of the seats. Again, we have this inserts that are fabric and everything else is a leatherette. And let's jump inside. I'll show you the rest of this interior. Ready? Boom. Pretty solid dud from the inside as well. And welcome to the 21st century Nissan. Such a cool design. They made such a huge step with redesigning the Kicks. It's not even funny. Now on top right here, this is soft material. We have this contrast stitching matching the one on the seats. A little bit of a piano black on the sides. This simulated carbon fiber trim. And right here, you can see that this is this LED strip. I'm going to try to turn it on and see how that looks. Two 12.3-inch screens. Look at the steering wheel, nice and sporty. Flat at the bottom, we have a bunch of buttons. On the side, we have the volume control. We have the adjustments to what's going on in the instrument cluster. Seek and track for the media. On the other side, we have the cruise control. We have the adaptive cruise control. We have some safety features as well, and the controls for your phone. Now, this is the steering wheel assist, and we have the auto start stop button that you can turn on or off. Let's see what else is going on in this instrument cluster. So this is that classic design, but if you don't like it, you can change it. On this, you have the speedometer on the right-hand side, tachometer on the left-hand side. Let's see, change meter view. Okay, so we can have this. This is, I guess, the digital design, more sporty, but kind of the same concept. You have the speed in the middle, tachometer on the left-hand side, and the gas gauge on the right-hand side. Now let's see what else we have. We can change this to back to this. So I guess two different designs. Now on top you have the temperature, 70 degrees. I wonder where, because certainly not here in Florida. And we have the audio sources. So let's see what the sources are. FM, AM, and Sirius XM. So your satellite radio, driver assistance. Okay, lane assist, blind spot assist, emergency assist. You have tons of different buttons that you can check and push in here. Let's see what else we have here at the bottom. Move side to side. So we have the drive computer and tire pressure. Again, your audio, safety features, and your settings. And you can select these. Okay, VDC settings. Now, system is on right now. Driver assistance, eco mode, TPMS settings, clock vehicle settings, customized display, unit, language, factory reset. Wow, so much more than we've seen on the previous gen Nissans. Now let's move on to the infotainment screen. And this is again the 12.3-inch screen. Now we have some space right here in the middle. I kind of wish that they combined it like we've seen on some of the GM products, actually, that we have this all one screen with no interruptions. That's looking pretty good. A nice and colorful screen. This is touchscreen, of course, so you can hit, you know, home screen. This is where we're at right now. There's your audio screen. Now, Sirius XM, one thing to mention about the audio, the Kicks is also available, this premium audio system, which we don't have on this. It's a Bose system that, in addition to the regular speakers, it actually has the personal audio that's built in as far as the speakers and the headrest. I'm going to see if I can bring one on the channel once they get it, and see if I can show that to you as well. We have the phone settings here. Now, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are available on this vehicle, which is great. And then at the bottom here, we have the climate control settings. So you can set them up here as far as the temperature. Here's another complaint that I would have. I'd like to see a dual zone climate control. We have a single zone. It is an automatic climate control though. So you can select the vents that the air is coming out of, the fan speed, and turn it off, set it to auto, etc. Back to your home screen. Okay. This is pretty much it. So your connection, as you can see, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth. No devices connected right now. You can switch this clock from digital to analog looking one, and you can select the different sources for your radio. Okay, moving on. You can change the user profile in here. And as far as the more info, I wonder if this is where the settings are. Version, no, this is for the system info. However, I would like to see the settings for the vehicle itself and see if we have anything as far as adjusting. Here it is, connections, sounds and beeps, customize menu, general camera, climate, edit user, and more info. Where would I see the lights? And it's actually not what I was looking for, but it is in the instrument cluster. So accent lighting. Okay, it is on right now, and let's see, off or on, and you can see it's really dim right now. Maybe if I turn the lights on, is it gonna go on? But it looks like it's only white in color, so we don't have different color combination. Again, a nice improvement would be to give us some customization on it, but hey, we can't complain because this is a really big step forward from the last generation one. One last thing to check in this instrument cluster here is the rear view camera. Decent quality, kind of still looks a little grainy. I've seen some competitors doing a little bit better job on this, but you know, we have the active trajectory lines. Again, I would like to see that for the front view, from the top view, for the front trajectory. So you see if you can hit the vehicle next to you or not, but overall not bad. Let's see if we have different angles here. Okay, now it looks like this is the only one. Again, for this class of vehicle, it's actually a pretty good setup here. Down here at the bottom, you have this power and volume knob for your radio. The radio sounds good. I believe that the premium package will give you that premium Bose stereo as well. Here's your camera. I can turn this on or off and seek track, hazard lights. Okay. Down here at the bottom, these are the touch buttons with some of the haptic feedback. You can see you can adjust the temperature. Okay. Front window defogger, rear window defroster, auto mode, air recirculation, and the fan speed. Down here at the bottom, you have the power charging, so you have the wireless charging for your phone. You have the USB Type-C, 2 of those, and then you have the parking brake, engine start, stop button, auto hold for your brakes. Here's your shifter, drive modes. You have sport, standard, and eco. That's where you change them. I actually like the design of this console, imitating this metal trim, but on the side here, this is all soft too. So if you bump it with your knee, this is soft. We have big cup holders. Not sure if you're gonna fit the big gulp in it, and a tiny little storage with an additional 12-volt power outlet. Now, up on top, we have the regular mirror, nothing crazy about it. Sunglasses holder. Now, on the premium package, you can have the panoramic sunroof. You don't have it on this tester right here. And we have the lighting for the inside, sliding visor, and it's got some illumination on top. And this is what we have on the interior of this 2025 Nissan Kicks. Let's talk about pricing and take it for a spin. Well, I'm ready to go, but before we take it for a spin, let's talk about pricing and different trim levels. So Nissan Kicks for 2025 is available with 3 different trim levels, and each of those trims are available with either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So we're going to go through each of them. S is a base model starting at $21,830, really competitive price for the market segment. Now, it doesn't have a lot of the cool features, like it has the 7-inch display versus the 12.3-inch display. It doesn't have the wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay on the base model. Plus, you know, the wheels are a little bit different. The outside's slightly different as well. The SV is kind of the middle of the line model, and that one starts at $23,680, and the SR $26,180. This particular one has 3 options that were added on it at the factory: splash guards, 19-inch alloy wheels. Actually, there's no charge for that. Carpeted floor mats and spare tire. Total price $28,190, including the destination charge. Now, you can, on top of it, you can get this premium package, which is going to give you even more cool features, and you're probably still going to stay around $30,000 if you opt in for the front-wheel drive. The all-wheel drives $23,330 for the S, so it's about $1,500 difference. The SV all-wheel drive is $25,330 and $27,680 for the SR. SR all-wheel drive. Let's build it out and let's see what the top of the line would be if you added all of the features to it. So we're going to start off with the top of the line model. Why not? Okay. And when you look at the numbers here, I mean, you can add a few features on. There's a premium package that's $1,950, and that would include the remote engine start. It will include this near field speakers that are built into the headrest, and that's pretty cool because you can surround yourself kind of like wearing headphones without wearing headphones, and that's for the driver and passenger features. That's both stereo, rain sensing, windshield wipers, remote engine start with intelligent climate control, and the front central seat mounted supplementor airbag, and heated steering wheel. That's basically what you get for $1,950. And of course, you can get this dual color exterior, which is super cool. It looks very nice in this vehicle. Now, I'm going to try to bring one on the channel, the SR, with the premium package, because I think it's worth showing off what the differences are between them. I'm also going to try to bring the base S trim. Once they start getting those in, I like to review different trims so you can see what's included in each. Now, all of them are going to be powered up by the same engine, so they're going to drive very similar. Of course, there's going to be slight difference between the all-wheel drive and the front-wheel drive, not only because, you know, one's is all-wheel drive, the other one's front-wheel drive, but also a slightly different suspension in the rear. But let's take this on a quick test drive and let's see how it handles. At 141 horsepower, this is not a speed demon. This is a vehicle that you go around town. It's easy to park because of the size of it. It's got some cool technology. It's not going to break your bank while buying it or maintaining it. The gas mileage is good. So we're going to check out the acceleration in just a little bit. But again, I don't know what the number is. What I'm more concerned about is it safe to merge in traffic if you are merging on the busy street. That's definitely a bigger concern than, hey, can I chase this guy or can I race this guy from the stoplight to the stoplight? So here it is. First of all, the turning radius, not bad right here. We're stopped. Let's go. All right, so it's about 0 to 40 miles an hour. This is definitely not the quickest vehicle on the road, but as I mentioned before, that's not why you buy it. Is it safe to merge in traffic? It is. However, with a vehicle like this, you definitely need to keep in mind that there are a lot of faster vehicles on the road, especially with all these electric ones that are on the road right now. So definitely give yourself enough room to merge in traffic so you don't become an obstacle for somebody that's going to have a hard time braking and not hitting you. But for the city driving, I think it's a perfect vehicle. It's got this cool vibe about it. I like the interior. I like the exterior. I think it's definitely going to help Nissan with rejuvenating the brand. They've been struggling with that for a little bit. Some of their vehicles were not as popular, and they definitely went into that slump in, for the last maybe 15 years or so. But now they're starting to come up with some cool products, with the redesign of the Pathfinder. Then we have the Frontier that's redone. We also have the new Armada that's coming out. So definitely they're doing a lot better in designing their vehicles, and they're catching up with the competition, which I'm glad to see. Some people said about the last video, said, hey, you just don't like Nissan. Well, that's not true. I actually owned a few of them. One of my best vehicles that I've ever owned was a Nissan, the 300ZX twin turbo. Of course, it's a different beast, it's a different animal, but that was such a well-built vehicle. Then for a very brief moment, I was driving a Nissan Maxima. I believe it was 97 or 98, and again, the quality of build was just phenomenal. Now, I'm glad they're getting back into this, and hopefully this Kicks will gonna kick him into the next level of sales. I'm really enjoying this vehicle. Let me know what you think about it. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something about this brand new Nissan Kicks. If you did, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.